Hi, I'm the Artsy Crafter. Today I want to show you my latest, very, very cool Happy Halloween pop-up mansion. So you can see it comes with a cover. I give you two options to choose from. Always a writing activity on the back. And then when students open it up inside, look at that. Up pops their mansion. I've given you four options for mansions. Four options for a pop-up to go on top of the roof and three options for pop-ups to go to the right of the mansion. Students are going to love this. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to put it together. Okay, I think we're ready to begin. So let me show you what you have in the package. Starting with the base template or the mansion template, and you have four options to choose from. The cover sheet, there are two different options for students to choose. And then I have the pop-ups. Now there's a small pop-up that's going to go on the roof, and I gave you four of those. And then the main pop-up that's larger, that's going to go to the right of the mansion, and I gave you three of those. So once you've chosen what you need, then what I want you to do is color everything. So much easier to color before you put things together. And then complete any of the writing activities. You can write on the stairs if you want, and then come on back and I will show you how to put this together. Okay, you're back. So it must mean that you've chosen your main template or the mansion template. You've colored it. You've completed the writing activity. You've chosen your cover sheet. You've completed the writing activity and you've colored it. And then you choose one small pop-up. There are four of them. I chose the ghost and I chose the tombstone for the right of the mansion, and I gave you three options there. So you can cut those out and come on back and I'll show you how to put the cover together. Okay, you're back. So I'm just going to set my two cutouts or my pop-ups aside, and I'm going to fold my cover so it's ready to go. So all you do is line up your edges oh so carefully. Once I get my edges lined up, I lie it flat on my table and then I just crease the edges, okay? And I can set that aside, front and back. I can set that aside and I'll start working now on my house. So get your cover done and come on back. Okay, now the fun part. So you've chosen your mansion template. We're going to end up cutting on these lines here and these lines here. And then we're going to cut on the side of the mansion right up until we hit the roof here, okay? But it's a little bit tricky because I made an angled side, so watch how we do that. So fold it in half. And again, once I get my edges lined up, I hold it and I crease, okay? Accuracy is important. So we'll cut these lines here first. So when I was looking for them, I could hardly see them here. Just turn it around and you can see my lines. When I cut with my scissors, I tend to move down further towards the handle. I find it easier to cut with. So as accurately as possible, I want you just to put a slice here. And then you can fold it. Try and do that as straight as possible. Okay? Now we're going to go over to the house. Now you have to be on this side where you can actually see that angle here, because that's as far as I can cut on this side. So again, with my scissors, did you see that? Don't know if I was off screen, that angle right there. So I'm only going to cut until I hit that angle. So it's not very much there. This side I can cut right to the roof. Then I'm going to open it up, so I'll flatten that again. And inside, what I'm going to do is make sure that's cut. And I'm going to put my scissors in here at the top, and I'm going to cut around that roof, and then come all the way up to the top of the roof here. And then I'll do the same on this side. Put my scissors in there. I'll cut past that angle. And all the way to the top of the roof. And then make sure that I go down right to the bottom of the house. So if I put my fingers in there and show you, you can see it's cut right to the bottom, up the sides, and right to the top of the roof. Okay, you get that done and come on back. Okay, in this next step, I'm going to try and get rid of that crease. Notice I haven't worked on that yet. So to get rid of that crease, I just put my hands in there and gently just rub my hands on that crease, and it helps to get rid of that. Now I'm going to stand this house up. So I'm going to fold here first. So I start to bend it forward, and I give it a pinch on both sides here. And then I can go to the back and I just give it a wee pinch on both sides, lie it down flat, and you've got now the bottom of that house done. Okay, next fold is this one up here. So I think it's easiest if you bring the mansion forward. So I'll lie it down flat again. And I'll bring it forward, and I want to fold at the bottom of that roof. Okay? So as soon as I fold it, do you see that? That starts to stand up beautifully. I have one more fold, and that's at the top of the roof. Now, before I do that, I'm going to bring this forward as well. So I just bring my hand in there, and I pull that forward, and I give that crease, another little crease, so that stands up like a chair. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is just slide this all forward. It's like just closing a book. So I will show you from the side now. So what I have to do is get a crease right here at the top of that roof. I find it easiest if I just close everything, see that? And then line up this little edge here. And up at the top, that edge here. And then I can just crease the top of that roof with my hand. I recrease everything, so everything is going to lie down nice and flat. That is the key. So I'll give everything a crease, and let me open it and show you what you should have. So now when I open it, look at that haunted mansion pops right out, and so does this side part. All right, you get that done, and I'll show you next how to make this pop up. Okay, in this next part, again, if I hold it up to the camera, you can see my lines are there, and that's the top of the roof, the fold, and all I'm going to do is cut those lines as accurately as possible, and then I can fold them up once just to get it nice and straight, flatten it again, and then open up your mansion and pull that one forward as well. And give it a little bit of a pinch, okay? So let me show you what it should look like. You've got your pop-up here on the top of the roof. You've got your big pop-up here on the ground. I'll let you get caught up to me, and then we'll add our two final decorations. Okay, before we add those two pop-ups, why don't we put this inside the cover? So here's your pop-up now. I'll close it, open my cover, make sure all the edges are lined up. Then what you're going to do is open the cover and glue this in place. So here's my pop-up mansion. I put some glue in the 4 corners. And then I can put some glue here, which is between the mansion and that pop-up. And maybe somewhere over here in the middle, somewhere over here to the other side of the house, okay? And then very carefully just close the lid or the front cover. Give it a good crease, turn around, do the same thing on the back. So open it up, put some glue in the 4 corners. You can put some glue here where you can see where the stairs are, between the mansion and that pop-up, and then maybe another little dab right there in the center. And then close the back cover and give it a good crease with your hand. Now when I open it, I have 2 things left to do. I'm going to put glue here on the roof and here on the main template, or pop-up of the template. Now I think it's easiest if you put the glue right here on the pop-up. So I happen to choose the ghost. I want a ghost on the top of my mansion. And then over here, I have 3 options for you. And I chose the tombstone. Just stay away from that edge, okay? And there it is. Do you love it? There's my pop-up Halloween mansion. Lots of other crafts that I'm going to show you, available for you for Halloween, for all seasons actually. Enjoy and happy haunting.